Alright guys, so here during the 4-year anniversary, there is a heavy Dragon Ball GT theme. So I figured, why not go ahead and Rainbow Nova Shenron here? Now, this could end up being dumb if they just decide to, release new versions of all the Shadow Dragons soon. But I do think we're supposed to get a new LR from Dokkan Battlefield very, very soon. I think there's a good chance it could be a Shadow Dragons LR. And, we could have a situation where, a full, Shadow Dragon team could be very viable. So I want to get this Nova rainbowed in case that does come to fruition. So we've got Nova Shenron rainbowed. Now let's go ahead and test him out, see how solid he could be. He's a bit old, but he hasn't aged too poorly. Alright guys, so let's see what our boy Nova Shenron can do on, sort of the upgraded Shadow Dragon Saga team. We got some extra units on here now. So Nova, of course, it is unfortunate he's only on the Shadow Dragon Saga category team, so we don't really have a lot of different options to show him off. And this is definitely going to be the spot to see, how strong he can be, because, I don't think putting him on, the Transforming Frieza team, the 120% Transforming Frieza team, and then, linking him up with maybe, Omega Shenron, and then having, Physical Kid Buu, I don't think that's going to give him more attack power than, what we're looking at right here. So, unfortunately, they still have sort of, really shafted the Shadow Dragons. Hopefully, maybe in the future we could get, some sort of celebration. They could do another celebration in the future where maybe we do LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and then maybe all the Shadow Dragons could be characters or something. There's still a lot that Dokkan has to do, right? So we'll see what happens. Okay, so Nova, right? Nova is honestly not that great. It would be so easy to make him stronger. He's got Shattering the Limit, which obviously hurts. If he had Fierce Battle, that'd be a huge attack buff for him. Right now, he's only got one attack link, Shadow Dragons, which is a 15% attack link. He also does raise his attack on Super Attack for 3 turns, so that could be useful. So we'll see how much damage he could do raw without Pan. This is nearly going to be, okay, 842,000. Yeah, that's honestly less than I would like to see. So we can, of course, stack his super attack twice, since he raises attack for 3 turns. Plus, there's a potential for an additional super as well. So, if he had his max attack stat would be where he would have 2 turns in a row where he had additional super attacks, right? And I love, dude, I love doing events on this Transforming Goku stage so much, because this is one of the rare stages that has 5, one of the rare events, Dokkan events that has 5 stages. In my opinion, every Dokkan Fest, okay, so Sin is able to get up over 1 million right there, but every Dokkan Fest should definitely have at least 5 stages now. There's no, the 4-stage ones just go by so quickly. They don't make the bosses strong enough. And I know, there's always the argument about free-to-play players, but honestly, pretty much any category team can beat any Dokkan event. That's not really, an excuse, right? Free-to-play players would be fine. Especially with the quality of free-to-play unit that they've been putting out lately. Come on, it would not be difficult to take these events down. I know people also have the argument of, oh, let's see what it is. Okay, so it's jumped up to 900,000. So we definitely will get him above 1 million with Pan on rotation. He'll get above what Sin Shenron was able to do. Sin was, right around 1 million. So that'll be good. At 1 million, a unit can be, is a good unit. The only thing is that it's just for Nova, but there's potential there. They could do so much more with him. Giving him Fierce Battle would be huge. I wonder, I suppose they could always do, a Transforming Sin Shenron, and, then they could release a lot of the Shadow Dragons alongside, that event, right? And then, you could have those medals awaken, 4 or 5 Shadow Dragons, all give them Fierce Battle. Because, honestly, I would like to be able to run Shadow Dragon Saga team with full Shadow Dragons, right? Only using Shadow... You still can, but it's a team full of, rares. That's not... that's not what we're looking for, right? We have Omega, Sin, Ice and Nova, only those 4 as, you know, actual, you know, units that are at least SSR. And then Ice, Nova, and Sin are horribly outdated because, you know, they're closer to 3 years old than they are to 2 years old. Well, no, they're closer to 2 years old. Wait, than they are 3 years. Wait, because let me think. Nova, Omega, and them, they came out in like September or August of 2017, right? So yeah, it's definitely been a while. Okay, so this will definitely be the best attack stat we're gonna get from Nova. You know, he's been able to build up his, you know, he's got his stacks on his super attack, you know, passive, so he's up there at 1 million. Again, a little bit higher than what Sin Shenron is able to do, so that shows you about his level. Of course, you know, Nova he's a Battlefield Awakened unit, is he not? I remember that Nova awakens with Battlefield medals, and yes, that's true. Okay, so, geez, yeah, those Battlefield Awakenings, actually, those came out basically during the 2-year anniversary, so Nova's actual Dokkan Awaken is about 2 years old, because they originally dropped that Nova Shenron, you know, this banner unit. He was on the original STR Omega Shenron banner, but, you know, he did not Dokkan Awaken, you know, till several months later. We will go ahead and smack God Goku with the active skill to say goodbye, God Goku. I love these active skills, man. Just saves you, you know, so much damage when you could utilize it in the right spot, to where, like, you don't have to, like, there, you know, we would have had one more extra attack we would have taken from God Goku there, which easily could have been a super attack, right? Now we don't even have to worry about that, so that's very, very good. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually probably just gonna, you know, we're getting towards the end here, so we'll just finish up like this. All in all, I mean, Nova's okay. You know, he's a decent enough unit. You definitely could put, you know, Kais or Orbs. Yeah, that's the other thing about Nova is you do have to use Elder Kais for him, huh? There obviously is no farmable version of Nova Shenron, so only feeding in, you know, copies of himself into himself or giving him Elder Kais. Oh, we're gonna get the counter. Wow. Dude, the counters, like, I told people, like, we're gonna see the Super Saiyan 4 counters a lot because of how many of them are on the teams now. And yeah, that certainly is happening. Like, the Super Saiyan, all Super Saiyan 4 units are just, those counters are just such a strong ability. The only, wait a minute, that just occurred to me that our boy, the physical free Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he does not counter super attacks, huh? I guess that's, damn, they could have given him a rare chance. That would have been cool if every Super Saiyan 4 Goku did have a chance. Like, or not every Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but every Super Saiyan 4 unit had a chance to counter supers. That would be really good, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll go ahead and finish off our boy Blue Goku right here. Again, you know, the Blue Goku and the Transforming Frieza events, these were good events. The only thing I think they should have done is they didn't need to make every single stage of these events the actual transforming units, right? Like, I think the first phase could have been, you know, the transforming unit, and the last phase, but it, you know, for the, like, second, third, or fourth, they either could have changed types, or they could have made it different versions of that character, right? Like, you know, there could have been, like, you know, the Int God Goku would have been the boss instead of the AGL one. You know, we could have gotten a Tech Super Saiyan Goku, right, instead of that one. You know, that's just stuff that they potentially could have done. Okay, so there we go. There's what our boy Nova Shenron was able to go ahead and put out. You know, he was able to get above 1 million, which I guess, you know, once you're able to do that, that at least is halfway decent. So let's go ahead and take a look at our boy Nova Shenron. So this is Scorching Duel Nova Shenron. His leader skill is Tech Type Key 3, HP, and Defense 100%, so no attack, which is unfortunate. His super attack is the Flame Shot, which does supreme damage and raises attack for 3 turns. His passive skill, True Form Revealed, gives himself 3 ki and 90% attack when facing only one enemy. Obviously, that passive is not really too bad, but, like, one area where Nova is not going to be too helpful is, like, Super Battle Road, right? So he's going to be horribly neutered there. The extra 3 ki he gives himself can be useful, I guess. You know, I always do like units that do that, but obviously we are definitely ready for an updated Nova Shenron card. You know what's funny is we could also potentially get a super type Nova Shenron card. Well, I mean, I don't know. He's just honorable. I guess not necessarily good, but, you know, he does basically take Goku's side against Shenron, so hard to say. His links are Shadow Dragons, Shocking Speed, Gentleman, Cold Judgment, GT, and Shattering the Limit. So, in my opinion, where Nova really is hurt is his links, right? You know, he could have Shadow Dragons. You know, they could give him Fierce Battle. Honestly, I feel like he could throw him probably Brutal Beatdown. I don't know, maybe because he doesn't actually do a Brutal Beatdown, but, like, does that really matter? Like, if he had Brutal Beatdown, Shadow Dragon, and Fierce Battle, he'd link up so good with Omega. That would make, like, a new Nova card really powerful. So, I would hope to see that, because, you know, Gentleman, Cold Judgment, like, dude, those are just fodder links. They got to get out of here. And obviously, Shattering the Limit is not a heavy link on the Shadow Dragon team. Like, you know, basically all the best units are Fierce Battle units, so that hurts him too. His 12 key multiplier is 135%, which is fine for how old he is, you know, a 2-year-old Dokkan Awakening. And then he also has one category team, unfortunately only the one, the Shadow Dragon team. You know, I feel like, could the Shadow Dragons have been in the Artificial Life Form category? I suppose. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe because they're not created like a lot of the other units on there were. But, you know, he probably could have been. I don't know. No biggie. But for now, only one category for our boy Nova Shenron. So there we go. There is what Nova is able to do. He was able to get above 1 million, but obviously, you know, his card is a bit outdated. Like, you know, the free-to-play Universal Spirit Bomb Goku shits all over Nova, you know, for example. So hopefully we'll get a new Nova at some point. You know, we'll see. They still got a lot of other stuff that they got to get done. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one.